Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Chief Tayac. We're here today from the Piscataway Indian Nation. 400 years ago, we welcomed people to our lands and to our shores. And it's 400 years later, and our hands are still extended in friendship to welcome everyone here today. Where we are located, many people know it as Piscataway National Park. We are in the ancestral homelands of the Piscataway people. We are at the principal village that was known as Mayoane, our seat of government. Like Annapolis is the seat of government for the state of Maryland. Washington, D.C. being the seat of government for the United States. We are at the seat of government of the Piscataway people. Our people have lived here on this land for 15,000 years. For 15,000 years, what is known today as the Chesapeake Bay area has been our home, and we are still here, and we have survived as a people. Each time that we touch this soil, we are touching the generations of the generations of the generations before us. In 1978, our 27th generation of hereditary chiefs passed away to the spirit world. One of his last and final wishes, he wanted to be buried in the ancestral homelands of our people. In 1979, the United States Congress passed a federal bill to allow Chief Turkey Tayac, our 27th generation, to be buried in the ossuary area. He was the first American Indian to be buried on what is known as federal parklands. It was a very historical moment for American Indian people. It was a very historical moment for all citizens of the United States. And it is part of our history as Marylanders today, in which we should all be proud of. Where we are located, there was a period in time of our history that it was not socially acceptable to be a Piscataway Indian. It was not socially acceptable to be an American Indian. In 1970, where we are located at today, at the principal capital village, a movement began, a revitalization that we as American Indian people can stand with pride and with dignity and hold our heads high, for we have lived and survived. Even though there was policies of assimilation and genocide perpetuated on us. We are still here today.
Yes, sir.
We are asking that all county, state, politicians, the Maryland State Governor, the Maryland legislation to support. We are working for almost 100 years. Our ancestors have been held captive in storage facilities. We want to see our ancestors come back home. We want to see our people to be able to have the opportunity to fulfill their original instructions, to go back to the Mother Earth. And when that happens, we want to see the unification of all Native people here in this state. We're standing here today in a line holding hands together. This line is to represent unity. We have all come together as Piscataway people today. We've all came together as American Indian people today. And we want to show United States, we want to show Maryland that we are a united front, that we are a united voice. We are asking that our tribal leaders to come up, if they're not there, to join in. Mr. Keith Colston to come in. We want to hold hands now to represent unification of our people.
Yes, sir.
Us holding hands represents unity. This is unity for Piscataway people. This is unity of who we are as American Indians.